You look like you're about to go camping.
I
Camping.
am so not about to go camping. Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's Sybil. I am Sybil Wilkes. I do glamping, Aprilette. I don't do
Ooh.
camping.
Okay,
Yes,
I
yes.
heard that.
There's no roughing it for me. And just telling you, I've been camping and I've been glamping, and glamping
Is
is
where
for
to go.
me.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
perfect.
this for me. Welcome in, Aprilette. How are you?
Whew. Take a deep
Ooh,
breath
come
in.
on, woosah.
So I was just telling Yogi that Thursdays, I used to look forward to Thursdays because this is my day. And I'm just like, I love it here, right? This is the
Mhm.
space where it's just like I can feel good, I can talk, have a good time. However,
Oh.
wow, these Thursdays have not been Thursdaying. It has felt like literally the end of the week
Have
on a
Thursdays been Mondaying for you?
yes. It has not been feeling like release to me. It's been feeling like I cannot wait to get to Thursday because I'm so tired. So we have to kind of
Oh,
change that around in some type of way. And last week we talked, I was dealing with my migraines and hello,
yeah.
they're still here. So
Oh.
yeah,
Is it to
that's
the extent of last week? Or are you feeling better?
no, I'm feeling a tad bit better. However, I have realized that this is now migrated into a tension headache.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like I'm wearing a bandana like across my forehead.
Yeah.
So I did some research. So now this is like a tension headache. And so it happens at the same time every day. So I've been just trying to do things to kind of like calm that down. But other than that, I'm happy to be here. But this Thursday does not feel like the Thursdays last month.
And it happens at the same time. Can I ask, are you at work when this happens?
Can I tell you just like this? Because we just had a performance review. Okay.
Okay, okay, never mind. No, no, no. I don't want to enter. I don't want to get you in any trouble. No,
But
I
look,
want
if
you to,
you know, if you know, you know. For all
you
them
know,
folks out
yeah,
there, if you
yeah,
know, you know.
yeah. All of us deal with stress and have stress related issues. I have stress related vitiligo. And
Mm,
so,
interesting.
all of, you have the migraines, I have skin issues. And so everybody has their thing, except for Yolanda. Yolanda doesn't have a thing.
She doesn't.
She has sinus headaches, but that's not related to stress or anything.
Mm-mm, not at all.
She's so woo-saw and
Mhm.
stress free. It's it's crazy.
Yeah, well,
Um,
Yolanda, come bring that energy over here because energy can be transferred, and I need all of that woo-sadness in my life.
okay. Well, Yolanda, Aprilette is inviting you, as am I, to join us today. So I
Yes.
hope that you will pop in when you are able and join us today as we are talking. Aprilette Russell is our mental health and wellness contributor on the What You Need to Know newsletter. The What You Need to Know newsletter is our newsletter that we produce Monday through Fridays, and it is absolutely free. We'd love to have you subscribe. Please go to sybilwilkes.com to sign up. Give us your name and your email address, and we will have it in your email box every Monday through Friday morning, first thing. And if it's not, you wake up and it's like, where's my newsletter? Check your junk or your spam
Mhm.
file. And if it's not either of those places, then definitely contact us at sybilwilkes.com. And we have a tech eagle who can make that happen for you and get you back on the right track. Yolanda, how you
Sybil,
how you doing?
great. How are
Did
you?
you good? Did you hear Aprilette and I talking about the fact that we have different forms of stress?
So yes, and I'm really glad that you brought that up seriously because I was talking with a girlfriend who just recently experienced something really tragic.
Uh,
And when I called her, and you do that generic, oh, how you doing? And I'm always great. And she's like, Yogi, you're always great.
right.
And I say I am, but let me tell you why. Because I work at it every day.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Every day is not something that when I'm in crisis, then I go there.
Hmm.
It's something I work on every day. And as nonsense comes in my everyday life, I recognize it as nonsense. I try to solve it if I can. If I can't, I let it go.
And
Mm.
that's the problem that I have is letting it go. I can't release.
You
Mm.
haven't released because you can. Words are important. You are a
That
wordsmith.
part.
You're
That
a
part.
wordsmith. And so it's not that you can't.
You just
Um,
haven't.
you just haven't, and you haven't trained your mind to do so. but it's not something
I'm
that.
too old to train my
No,
mom.
stop. Don't say that. No.
You can teach an old dog new tricks now.
Who you calling an old dog? Young pup. Okay, all right. That's how we gonna do this today, huh? Okay, little miss. I got a headache. Okay.
But Sybil, let me tell you something that's interesting. And I'm just gonna put this out here. The fact that you're my best friend, probably, and hopefully Ward will compete with you, but I think you might win, being the closest person to me.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I have not rubbed off on you in that to me is an indication that I'm not really doing my life's work.
That's not true, because a lot of your BS has really rubbed off on me. But I would.
People just stand tall. She's standing tall. She's strong in her Leo lioness.
Oh my gosh! Preach, preach, preach.
So that being said,
Aprilette, girlfriend, why you gotta be strong in your Leo lioness?
It's innate. I don't know how else to live but to be, I'd be a lion, like they said in the woods. I don't know any other way to function. But I will tell you that a lot of the good in you has rubbed off on me, and I will say that in the way that I respond to people, taking a beat before I quickly respond, and trying to work through some different avenues of response before coming up with the right one. It's one thing that
I
uh,
like that.
but
Let me write that down. Simple.
I'm gonna pinpoint that so she can let you know.
right. On the good list. Okay. And you don't have to wait for
friend
Christmas.
evaluation.
I get that every day. I don't know how well I'm doing today, so maybe this will help up my evaluation.
You're doing perfect.
My peer evaluation.
Right.
But I will say that the things that I have learned from you and the way that you respond, the way that you relate to people, is often a breath of fresh air for me, and it's much needed. So I thank you for that. And everybody would do well to have Yolanda Stark's wife in their lives in order to do that.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's the gift that really keeps on giving. And speaking of keep on giving, let's talk about this little newsletter of ours, ladies, shall we? As I mentioned, the newsletter is free, so come on, join us. And when you receive the newsletter, please open it every day. That the open rate, as they say, is very important. And you will open it to see great young contributors, except the one who just left us. April Russell is our mental health and wellness contributor. And so April, let us talk about. I should also tell you, April joins a group of fine young contributors, including Quinn Townsend Riley, who is our LGBTQ plus contributor, Coy Malone, who is our social justice contributor, and I worry about her mental state as well because of the seriousness and the difficulty of the subjects that she tackles, and I try to get her to, to do something a little different social justice wise. And also Cameron is the only fella in the group, but he joins us, and he's a mighty standing force and talking about politics along with yours truly. So come join us, will you, and be a part of this. So Aprilette, as I mentioned, in your capacity as our mental health and wellness contributor, please talk about how Coach Prime, that would be Deion Sanders, is calling out the NCAA.
Yes. So, former Jackson State All-Star American offensive lineman Tyler Brown, he is
Can
not.
you hold on 1 second? I just need to say something. Listen to what she's saying because the audio is a little off track. Those who are watching, the audio is a little off track. Just listen to her. We recognize it. We will get it straight, but just hear what she's saying. Don't worry about not matching up. Okay. All right.
Sorry, you guys.
We're going to get this thing straight one day or another. So go ahead, darling.
Okay, yeah. So, like I was saying, that former Jackson State All-Star American offensive lineman Tyler Brown, he is not going to be playing with the Buffaloes this season.
This is
And Coach,
Colorado, University of Colorado,
yes,
right? Okay.
University of Colorado, and Coach Deion Sanders, he is not happy about it. He has spoken out against the NCAA's handling of mental health issues after the denial of immediate eligibility. So, I will say this really quick. This is a background. So Brown applied for a medical hardship waiver with the immediately play this year transfer rule from Jackson State, from Louisiana to Jackson State, where he initially was at Louisiana. Then he went to Jackson State. So then he could get one more transfer to go to the Colorado Buffaloes with Deion Sanders. So
He's
with
following Coach Prime.
pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And with that being said, he was denied. And Coach Sanders saying, this has something to do with mental health and you all are not prioritizing. So during a press conference, Sanders, he spoke out against it. He asked questions. Do you really care about mental health? Are you caring when it's convenient? Are you caring when it's profitable? Because in March, this is what I've learned. In March, the NCAA voted to pretty much restrict the number of waivers to second-time transfers so they can curb the players coming in and out of different states. However, under the new guidelines, the second-time transfer can only receive an immediate eligibility if they have a physical injury or mental condition that pushed them to transfer from school. So, with that being said, Brown, he sent a video to the NCAA discussing his mental health journey. And this is no secret. He's been dealing with mental health personally and on the field. And so in the video, he just talked about his mental health, dealing with depression and anxiety, and his mother paying for therapy out of her pocket and expensive medication. So he's been dealing with things since he was 18. So that video was sent to the NCAA, and also he lost a coach right in front of him from a heart attack, and so that played on his mental health as well. So with all of this, I guess we can call it receipts, right? They still denied his waiver. Wow. So now that's why Deion Sanders is like, I'm calling you guys out. And this is not just one event. This is not isolated at all. Other players like North Carolina's Tez Walker and Florida State's Darrell Jackson have also faced similar denials during their transfer process.
Okay, wait. Hold on because I'm not understanding what's happening. So this young man was transferring from one school to another.
Yes, to play football.
For whatever reason he was transferred, he transferred. And so is he's supposed to sit out for a year?
No, this will be immediate eligibility because of his mental health condition or physical condition transferring from one school to another. So he was at Jackson State.
So hold on. So the reason why he transferred was for mental health reasons. So he's using that as a reason for not to sit out.
Yes, he's using that to transfer from Jackson State to Colorado because he feels his mental health would be better there under Deion Sanders. And he created an entire video speaking about his mental health and what that looks like and what kind of support he will get at Colorado. And so underneath the new guidelines, go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, if he was transferring just because he wanted to follow Coach Deion, that wouldn't be a good enough reason. He is using his.
He already used that
as a reason to. Okay.
He already used that when he left.
So he's already used the I'm following him. And now he wants to use the mental health.
No.
but listen. But no, that's okay because we're not, I'm never advocating for the devil. But if you want to speak on that tip, with that being said, if he's using his mental health conditions and his challenges, like I said, there has been receipts of him struggling for years.
All right.
So with that being said, it can be very convenient, right? Because we want to transfer. However, the facts are the facts. And so there is nothing I personally believe, which I'm not really, I don't really know the ins and outs, but when it comes to the vote in March for the NCAA, I think that it should be withheld, right? Uphold, whatever the word I'm looking for. You get what I'm saying? Because
I understand.
It's not, there's no gray area in that. It should be black or white. And so if we're gonna give it to some players and not give it to others. Like, what are we doing right here? So yeah, that's the story, and Deion Sanders is not happy about it. So they're gonna try to appeal it and see if they can get Brown to Colorado at some point. So
Hopefully before the season is over, and that he can not only play but also get his mental health situation
So
in
my
order.
yeah.
question is, if in fact, because of the rules that he has to stay at Jackson State in order to play, are there some mental health remedies that we can employ? Because sometimes in life, you're not able to escape your situation and circumstances, but there are different strategies and techniques that we should be able to use to help you function where you are. Is that being addressed?
So with that, that's really good that you brought that up. When I was doing my research, I seen that there has been a lot of talk about college athletes and mental health services and access to healthcare. This is just like in any other profession, any other the state of the world right now. Is that being addressed? Kind of, sort of, but the conversation still needs to be had. And think, you know what? At this point, I'm tired of really talking. It's just things need to be done. Like, what is the solution to these things?
Right.
So when it comes to mental health access with college athletes, it's kind of non-existent. We're starting to now kind of get on the ball and kind of put things in schools and different, implement different things like that. But I actually just read an article, I'm sorry, about Yale. They're getting sued allegedly for discriminating against mental health, something along those lines. I have to do a little bit more digging, but that is something that popped up on my feed. And I probably would maybe talk about it next week and we can kind of dive into deeper. But the school is being sued allegedly for discriminating against some of the students with mental health challenges. So I have to
Wow.
dig deep into what that really looks like and what
Okay.
caused that
I'm curious.
lawsuit. Mm-hmm.
And maybe we should send you and Yolanda to Jackson State, to Colorado, and to Yale to help these young people
There we go.
who are in
And
need
just give the
of.
resources, right? Yolanda
Yeah,
can talk
yeah.
more and I can give the resources. Because it's needed. And at the end of the day, mental health is just like physical health, and it's something that we
Amen.
cannot escape. It is something that we deal with every day, whether it is being challenged or uplifted. Mental health is who we are. Like, we
Yeah.
are our mental health.
Yeah,
Amen.
we really are, and
Yeah,
and that's just as important as our physical health,
absolutely.
and knowing
And
that.
maybe sometimes I hate to say even greater. However, I have experienced when I am going through different challenges or my mental health is being challenged sometimes, it shows up in the physical. And I will say, when we talked
Hmm.
about stress and different
All right.
physical things, I do try to implement the breathing and the techniques and the coping mechanisms that I have acquired over the years. But if I can kind of work on this physical signs that it shows up and my body is tense and my shoulders are up to my neck and my head is
Hmm.
hurting, all of those things, and it's kind of hard to kind of soothe my mental if my physical feels like it's breaking down.
Mm. That's not the way to live. That
It's
is
not.
no way to live.
Mm-mm,
No,
not at
absolutely
all.
not. Um, let's talk about some of the other things that we have in the What You Need to Know newsletter. I absolutely love this story. This is in our Black Health Matters, and they have developed a telephone system that can help adults who are struggling. And they say that it's nothing like the voice of a child or to hear a child's laughter that can take
Mhm.
them to a level of, of, of relaxation. And
Right.
so check this out. And if you just want to hear, I can do that for you. Um, but they've gone further in this. Push 3 for Joy, a hotline offers pep talks from elementary school students.
I
Oh,
love that.
that's cute.
It really is. It really is very sweet. So depression and anxiety have skyrocketed over the last few years. That's just as we've been talking about, between the pandemic, inflation, and other things. We could all use encouraging pep talks now and then. And people can call a new hotline and receive encouraging words from a group of students, including
I
kindergartners.
love that.
Oh, did you try it, Sybil?
I have not. I'm waiting for that time that I tried to do it earlier. The line was busy, and so I haven't succeeded in getting through. But if you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. Press 2 if you need words of encouragement and life advice, or if you
That's cute.
a pep talk from a kindergartner, press 3.
I
Callers are
love it.
they're prompted to press 4 if they need to hear kids laughing with delight. There's nothing like a child's
Oh,
laughter.
I
That
love that.
does it for me. And press 5 if you need encouragement in Spanish.
Oh,
So that
inclusive.
is, yeah, they call it the pep talk hotline. It's free and started as a project for students at a West Side at an elementary school. In addition, it was put together with the help of the teachers who teach the arts program at the school. I absolutely love this.
Wow.
Go to the What You Need to Know newsletter for more information and tell you about this because there's nothing like a kid giving you that hug.
Yeah.
Say it's going to be okay.
Mhm.
And
The
also
innocence, like the innocence before they know really all of
right.
this that's going on,
Right.
right?
Yada, 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 yada. Before they get to that point, like, yeah, you'll be okay. But they really mean it in their
Yes.
hearts. They want to give you a hug. They want you to do better. They want you to have a good day. And it just brings tears to my eyes thinking about that this could change so many people.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm
Absolutely.
smiling already, like, oh, that's so cute. Like it
Yeah.
brings me joy just even thinking about it. So
Yeah.
imagine using that to get a dose of joy before you start your day or
Absolutely.
on your lunch break because
Okay, because Lord knows, just getting to 12 o'clock or whenever your lunch break is, you could use a little,
you know,
to,
a little
to,
pick me
to
up.
steel yourself before you go back to work.
Mhm.
And so those are some of the things that we have in the What You Need to Know newsletter. Check them out. And as I said, the subscription to the newsletter is absolutely free. So thank you for those who are already subscribing to the newsletter, and we look forward to a lot more folks joining us. Let's move to trending news. A lot of things have come down today. A lot of news today. Probably the most interesting for me as a news watcher and as one who is a bit of a political junkie. Um,
Are we going
President.
to skip what's really going on?
Oh, you know what? I did. I'm sorry. Thank you, producer. Thank you.
Keeping us on track. I love it.
Keeping me on track. I put it in the wrong place, Yolanda. I
That's
apologize.
okay. That's okay.
Uh, um, Going to my script, what's really going on? The question is, we've recently had. No, I just scrolled past it. I'm sorry.
That's
What
okay.
recently observed National Eat Outside Day. I know that's not your thing, Yolanda, but she's not really an outside person. But as the days of barbecues are coming to a close, this is the last meteorological day of summer, and barbecues over the weekend in advance of the holiday. What's that one dish you cannot live without at your outdoor barbecues? Is it Uncle Sonny's ribs? Is it Aunt
Mhm.
Merce's pound cake? Aunt Connie's gumbo? Is it the peach cobbler? Is it the mac and cheese? Is it the potato salad? Yolanda's slightly salty and a little acerbic uh, green beans. I think I'm the only one that
Whoa,
likes
what was that
those.
word? It was
A-
salty and what?
Acerbic.
Acerbic.
Yeah.
Spell that.
ACERBIC.
Come
Acerbic.
on, spelling bee.
Maybe I'll make that a big A word.
Yeah,
Um,
acerbic.
but what is that dish that you really must have to go along with your outdoor
Outdoor.
eating, your barbecues that are coming up for the weekend?
Mm.
Like Aprilette, you're from. They like to think of themselves in St. Louis as a food town, whether it's the bad cracker pizza, or what they call chop suey Chinese
Yeah,
food, or
Chinese
or
food.
yeah, also known for their ribs
Yeah,
and that.
and gooey
What
butter
is
cake.
okay? What is that one item that you absolutely have to have at the upcoming barbecue?
It's hard for me since I don't eat barbecue. So I'm gonna just probably go with the potato salad or a good like pasta salad.
Hmm?
Yeah, so it has to be something where that I can enjoy too. So if y'all know that Aprilette is coming, AP is coming, whatever you want to call me, I have to have something that has no meat and I can enjoy, whip it up. Yeah, so A good potato salad or pasta salad. I
Or
will
it could be Ward White's banana pudding, Yolanda. Don't want to ignore that. Yo, what do you think? Is it Uncle Sonny's ribs? Is it?
So I tell you, Sybil, it's interesting that you brought this up because just as a sidebar, with family reunions and what have you, I miss going to family reunions. And one of my favorite people in the whole wide world had a family reunion that I was kind of invited to. She was coming down, but we were out of town, so I wasn't able to see her because I was going to certainly crash. I was really looking forward. Is Queenie. And Queenie
Oh,
is here, Sybil, and she says hi. So I want to give her
oh,
a shout out to start out with
right.
our Queenie. And Queenie Donaldson is the queen of Hollywood. She books a whole lot of events, from like the Essence Awards to TV shows. Sybil, she actually booked the recent Oprah Essence.
Oh, nice. Well, tell her I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
Queenie, hey Queenie. And
Hey,
sorry I
Queenie.
wasn't able to go to the family reunion,
say.
but but what I really just give me a pack of now laters.
Oh, come on, Yolanda.
Wow. Just the now laters.
Yolanda,
The
Yolanda, you can
blue
go
now
to
laters, the sour apple now
Okay. Now
laters.
those are fire.
that
Green,
that
okay,
doesn't
sour
count.
apple.
I need
That
a
don't count.
food
A
item.
food.
A food
Oh,
item. And I know food isn't always your friend, but there's
right.
got to be even when you guys would have family reunions and the fish fry on Friday and the
None of it.
No, so so Aprilette, the problem with our fish fries is we would go out, we would catch the fish,
Mm.
we would have to gut them and clean them,
And then
and then cook them all in the same space. That's disgusting.
So you're traumatized.
Yes, I'm traumatized.
traumatized. Yes, yes. But what about the picnic on Saturday?
So can I go with the homemade ice cream?
Yes,
Oh, okay, then yeah. Oh, girl,
absolutely.
yeah. I couldn't wait till they got done with all of that. I was
love
saving
it.
all my space for the homemade ice cream.
Anything
Well, you
that's
got a
sweet.
nice family because we ain't never had homemade ice cream in mine. The most we had was cracked ice that we done made into an icy or something with some liquid flavor. Homemade ice cream is real bougie. I love it. It's real bougie.
That is funny, Aprilette. You
Yeah.
never had to be the kid to run the machine
No,
and
you know
run
the
and
I didn't miss out. I clearly didn't
Oh
miss
my
out.
goodness!
So
And then later on, Sybil, they actually had the machines that did it themselves, so
I
you didn't
know.
have. They did the
But
electric,
but the
even
older
that
relatives,
turning
no, the
wasn't
older relatives like, we're not going for that. We
right.
want you to
wow.
earn
So
your
wow.
freshly made ice cream. That's
Mm,
why you got these guns today. I
I
submit
miss
that's why Michelle Obama has the arm she has.
Oh,
I
that's
bet you
why.
they
As
did
a
not.
child, she was turning that ice
Yep,
cream.
yep, exactly
Funny.
right.
What's your
Exactly
favorite
right.
What's
flavor?
yours, Sybil?
Okay.
My
Yolanda,
favorite
what's
what?
ice
Oh no,
cream
I wanted
flavor?
to know your favorite flavor, and then we
Oh
can
no,
ask
we didn't do that. It was only one flavor.
just vanilla.
Yeah, we didn't add. Yeah, we didn't add all that other stuff.
Y'all didn't add fruit to it?
No, we didn't. That's a lot of work. What that look like? How you do that?
Chop up some strawberries, some blueberries. You don't just wash them up and put them in the ice cream.
Afterwards or
Sliced peaches.
before?
Yeah, you can do it afterwards.
Oh,
Actually, you could do it before or after, depending on who remembers. I left the fruit in the refrigerator. Somebody go get that fruit.
all right. You know what? I'm gonna have to have Sybil. I'm gonna have to have sister to make some homemade vanilla ice cream.
Add some strawberries in there for me.
And Labor Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder will she do that? Okay, I'm in, Sybil.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do any one of those things I just mentioned. It could be Uncle Sonny's barbecue, Aprilette. It could be Aunt Connie's gumbo. It could be Mother Dear's peach cobbler. It could be Aunt Mercer's pound cake. It could be actually.
So
I
y'all
went
had gumbo at your family reunion? Y'all,
Mhm.
April, okay, Aprilette. That's what y'all did it like that.
She like that. That's bougie.
Yeah.
Okay, did it have a lot of shrimp? Did it have a
And
lot of
it had
Like
real
real
seafood in it.
crab, right? Like
Now,
real
now
crab.
when my god brother makes gumbo, it's like it's a lot of chicken in there. There's a little bit
So
of
the seafood is
some little bitty they really do live up to their name of shrimp.
right?
But
But y'all
yeah,
had the bounty of
yeah,
seafood too.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
y'all were doing it
no,
yeah,
y'all definitely was.
for
yeah.
the
So
whole family.
well, those who got to it first, and
Oh, okay,
I always made sure I was first in line because I just grew up loving gumbo.
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is why
Gumbo with
today I'm
barbecue.
gumbo and barbecue and some potato salad. My mom made really good potato salad, or she could doctor up some potato salad, and and then I learned to
You can
make the.
doctor up some
She could
potatoes.
doctor up some. She could take it from the jewel, and bring it home,
And
and
put
then
her little come
Man,
on
add
now.
the hard boiled eggs,
Yep.
add all of that stuff, and put a little bit of mustard in it, and do all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff to it, and it turned out really quite tasty.
okay,
Yeah. Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
So Labor Day, do people barbecue and things for Labor Day? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here we always find a reason about every holiday you barbecue.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Like I don't remember barbecuing for the 4th of July, but I do remember
You
we went
don't?
to. But I don't remember
Well, what
You
barbecuing.
y'all
know.
do? What y'all eat at the
Oh no, I
Fourth?
meant this past 4th of July.
Oh, this one. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
this one.
I do remember going to your sister's house for Anaya's graduation, and that was a really good barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had real meat on bones, Aprilette. It was like they was doing it. They
What does
was
that mean?
because sometimes you'll have hot dogs, you have hamburgers, but
Oh,
these were
hilarious.
Oh, you
like
said because they had like that real like
yeah, yeah,
Hilarious. Real
yeah,
meat on bone.
real meat on bones. Yes.
a slab of
It's like
ribs on your thing.
I'd like that lamb chop, please. And and
Ooh, y'all had lamb chops.
That's sister.
Fancy.
Girl,
mhm.
that's sister. Some lamb chops.
With some
Yeah,
lamb
she's
chops.
We didn't
and
eat
they were
lamb chops growing up. I don't know where she got that from.
well,
She
she
got
probably determined when she
fancy.
was a little girl. When I grow up, we're
Right.
gonna have
Mhm.
lamb
We gonna
chop.
have lamb chops.
Yep, yep. So,
Right. All right. We got
uh,
some people.
so do we have people who have? Oh, there we go. Mac and cheese with a lot of cheese, and no, who put
Who put
sugar?
sugar in mac and
Sugar
cheese?
and mac and cheese.
Janet Ferguson. I think that was Facebook. Janet, who put sugar in the
In
mac
mac
and
and
cheese?
cheese. Disgusting.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh my. Okay.
Mm.
I'm not judging, Janet, but I'm with you. No sugar. Judy
Sugar.
Douglas on Facebook for dessert. Betty Crocker brownies. Oh,
I
At a
thought we
okay.
barbecue?
had that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Brownies, I'm not mad at. Always fine. And especially the next day with a cup of coffee. Carolyn Jones Jameson on Facebook. Ribs and chicken. Yes.
So do you do the sauce on your ribs and chicken, or are y'all like kind of like no sauce? Are you team sauce, no sauce?
So my next door neighbor does really good rib. My next door neighbor in Chicago does really good ribs, and she will brush on at the end of the cooking process
Hmm.
the sauce, but not really the whole cooking process with the ribs because that makes it burn.
Okay.
From what I understand from the experts, it makes it burn too quickly.
Okay. So, well, here's something I haven't heard of.
Charlene Tittle on Facebook, baked beans with ground beef. Oh,
I've heard of that.
yeah, yeah,
Baked beans.
yeah.
You
I
Baked
know
ain't
we
know
would
beans,
that,
do.
baby?
We would,
ground
well, we
beef.
would do pinto beans, but not baked beans.
Yeah.
You do
Like
pinto beans
they
with beef?
sweet.
Yeah,
Like
you put
Yeah.
some brown sugar in the baked beans, like a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit. Some people put a little bit of syrup in there,
And
and
I'm not a baked beans person, but I do know, like what Aprilette is saying, that I've seen,
Oh wow.
Mhm.
I've heard that people put that.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not,
Okay.
no. Okay, let's see what we have here. Renita Bland, sweet potato jacks.
What's that?
What is
Sweet,
that?
Renita, you got to tell us what sweet potato jacks are.
And where are you from? Because
Okay.
what is that?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, please tell us. Now, Michael Stallworth on Facebook says mac and cheese
Cheese
made
and
with
cream
cream
cheese.
cheese.
Where y'all from?
Michael, I'm not so sure about the cream cheese, but
How did we get here? Where? I love y'all, but how did we get here?
we're not judging. It just is. It's foreign to us.
Foreign. There we
We're
go.
open to the possibilities, aren't we, ladies, of
Yeah.
these things being really good and wanting to know what sweet potato jacks are,
Yeah.
and that mac and cheese with
Cream
cream
cheese
cheese
and mac and cheese
and
with no
and,
sugar, like
and baked beans with
ground
ground
beef.
beef. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Denise Cuffy on Facebook. I just well done hot dogs, baked beans, and potato salad and fruit salad. Huh. I'm a little careful about the fruit salad, simply because if it's real hot and how that comes out. But I do love a good fruit salad. I'm with you. And Teresa Robinson on Facebook, yes, that's country sweet potato jack. Good. Then you sprinkle sugar and cinnamon. Very good. So why do you call it jack? You
Like, is
put a
it jackfruit and y'all just call it sweet potato, or is it sweet
or
potato?
is it Jack Daniels that goes in the sweet potatoes? Renita Bland from Facebook said, my mom is from Georgia. Fried pies, sweet potatoes made with a crust in a frying pan. Ooh, I bet that's
That
good.
sounds
Okay.
good.
I
Now
bet
we
that
know.
is good. And I was thinking they called them jacks because maybe they scooped out the sweet potato and did their business with the sweet potatoes and then put them back in the skins and call them jackets or jacks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Well, just
Or maybe the Jack Daniels, just not a bad idea.
that might go well with some sweet potatoes if you think about it. Like Jack Daniel, brown sugar glaze or something.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking about. Okay, that was good. Thank you for the food suggestions, and we should do this again. Revisit. I love when we do food talk, and have all of these people give us ideas and make us hungry too.
Right.
So thank you very much, and happy holidays to everybody. And let's get out there and enjoy the last cookouts and barbecues of the season.
Yep.
Now, can we move to trending news, Yolanda?
Let's.
Okay, let's do. Like I said, a lot of stuff has been happening. This is something that Donald Trump has not wanted, but the people in Atlanta don't seem to care that he doesn't want it. His trial in Georgia will be televised. This, according to the judge, it's maybe not televised, but it will be live streamed on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it gonna be prime time? What that look like?
Well, it will be primetime viewing because it'll be prime time in the daytime, sort of like OJ, where they won't have because we didn't have all of this stuff during the OJ trial, but we have YouTube now.
But I'm just saying, Law and Order starts back again in the fall, hopefully. And so
Hopefully.
they go interrupt my Law and
Yeah,
Order,
sure. Do you like Law
No.
and Order or like Law and Order SVU?
all of them. Now even criminal
Yeah.
intent, yes,
Come on
all
now.
of them. It's never enough. Sorry, Sybil, go ahead.
That's okay. As one who's just seen Law and Order for the first time this year,
That was crazy.
I know.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Judge Scott McAfee said he will allow YouTube stream of all related hearings and trials stemming from the investigation into the alleged scheme to overturn the state's 2020 presidential election results. The live stream will be operated by the court, and there will also be pool coverage for television, radio, and still photography allowed. And the former president, of course, has pleaded not guilty to the charges in this case. He surrendered last week, remembering all the attention of him going into Atlanta and coming out just that quickly out of the Fulton County Jail. He and 18 others have been indicted for allegedly participating in a criminal enterprise that aimed to overturn his loss in Georgia's 2020 presidential election. And close to that, on the other side of that, check out our newsletter Friday as we talk about the two Black women, the election workers in Atlanta, who were defamed by Rudy Giuliani, and they had their day in court because he would not participate in the court trial. And the judge said, okay, I'm issuing a judgment. You are guilty of defamation. And so we talk about that in the newsletter.
Sybil, Michael has a comment about
Yes. And the governor basically told it, yes, he did, Michael. And that was another story that I was working on for the weekend. The governor, Brian Kemp, told his GOP colleagues that you cannot try to do whatever you can to remove Fonnie Willis from this case. They're trying to find fault with the way she has done this, and they were going to bring charges against her. At least that was the talk. And the governor said, no, you cannot. I will not allow that.
Okay.
So good on him. Good on him. Uh, and smart move. I don't know whether Brian Kemp is going to run for reelection again for a third term, or if he's thinking about, the Republicans aren't doing so swell in the presidential run right now. Maybe I'll throw my hat in there. So we'll see what happens. According to a doctor, his name is Brian Monahan, the 81-year-old senator from Kentucky, that would be Mitch McConnell, did consult his doctor and talked with his neurology team, and they did an evaluation Wednesday regarding his freezing, his two occasions of freezing as he stood before the media and was questioned and was unable to, and just kind of eyes kind of glazed over and froze, did not speak. And he said that he's medically clear to continue with his schedule as planned. They are scheduled to go back to work after the Labor Day weekend. He continued, occasional lightheadedness is not uncommon in concussion and recovery and can also be expected as a result of dehydration.
Why are they doing this? This is awful. This
Well,
is awful.
it's really interesting that it came, Yolanda, as one of the reporters was asking him about running for reelection in 2026, and he just and then the his aide said, "Did you hear the question, Governor?"
This is hard to watch, Sybil.
Senator. Yeah.
If you are a decent human being, it's not partisan. This is sad to watch.
No, it is sad. He was asked about the possibility of running for office again, which really kind of answers the question. For a lot of people, saying that, uh, Joe Biden's 80-year-old is different than Mitch McConnell's 81-year-old, as different as Bernie Sanders' 81-year-old.
Well, here's the deal. I think we do a disservice making it about age. He has a cognitive decline. That could happen at any age. If somebody is 50 and they are going through what Mitch McConnell is,
we just don't know it.
No. If somebody is 50 and they are exhibiting signs that Mitch McConnell is, we should look at it and they should be doing something else. So it's not about the age, it is the cognitive decline that we need to be focused on. Something is happening cognitively.
Well, it is, and they say that it is as a result of a concussion that he had back in March.
Right.
He took a fall at a hotel in Washington, D.C., and they say this is still, he's still recovering from this concussion 6 months ago.
I agree with Janet Ferguson.
What is Janet saying? Something is wrong with that doctor if he doesn't see anything wrong with Mitch. And that's why I did the air quotes against a consultation, because it
well, who's the doctor? Let's pull the doctor up. If the doctor really said that and he goes stand by that, let's have his name and what he do.
Well, that's a lot of what they used to say about Donald Trump's doctor. You remember he was.
I remember that.
Yeah,
but
and there was a lot of questions about
him, though, right? They weren't serious.
Who ended up running for Congress? That's where he was focused, and so maybe he's Dr. Benny Boom Bots. It's an old TV reference. Never mind.
We left you hanging, Sybil.
Hopefully your folks watch and pick that up, because I'm like, I don't know.
I tell you, I get no respect. You
silly girl.
I know. This is a warning to parents who are sending their children out to school these days in the heat. A sad story out of California. A 12-year-old boy died after collapsing outdoors during gym class at his California school, according to his family. Yashua Robinson collapsed and became unresponsive during his physical education class at the Canyon Lake Middle School this week, according to a Los Angeles TV station and a GoFundMe page has been set up on behalf of his family. Despite the rapid response of all of this, according to officials, they say that, and even Joshua told his friends that he was in the gym class with, that he was not feeling well. He tragically succumbed to cardiac arrest at the hospital. The boy's aunt said the family believes the tragedy was brought about by the sweltering heat, and the temperature then was somewhere in the 90-degree range, according to meteorologists on that day. And the aunt claimed that he was the victim of a teacher's decision to make him run in the heat because he wasn't wearing the right clothes.
Wow. We need to get those teachers out of here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
She claimed that prior to his collapse, he also expressed that he wasn't
That's
feeling
cruel.
well. He was reaching out to the teacher saying he needed some water and that he could not breathe.
Cruel. Cruel.
That is cruel. And knowing what this does, or you can't plead ignorance, because we've had too many cases of professionals as well as students who have collapsed, who
Yes.
have been victims of the hot weather
Yep.
and the not being not taking water breaks. You can't say I didn't know, and to to
Right.
punish a child for not having the right clothes, really, and you're going to make them run laps in the 90-degree heat.
That's wild. That's wild. And then at this point, it's just like, what activities can we do indoors? Because I remember doing
Yeah.
gym back in the day. We had like the little tents that we used to kind of fly up, or dodgeball, spaceball, meltdown, something that we can do indoors.
Yeah.
What's outside that we
Yeah.
need
Or
to do?
this punitive punishment that my generation is just so comfortable with. I'd be glad when all of that die out. All of
Yeah.
that punitive, you gotta suffer in order to learn the lesson. I'm not sure what consequence that teacher should face. That's cruel.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely cruel. And I dare them to look in whatever guides they have for dealing with their children, where it says you got to run them to death.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they don't have the right clothes on.
Yeah.
Right.
So then I'm thinking, if he didn't have the right clothes on, did he have on jeans and you got him running in the heat? Like, what kind of?
It doesn't, I don't. I just
Yeah.
don't. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Aprilette, do you own a Kia vehicle?
I do not. And if you're gonna talk about the Kia boys stealing vehicles,
No. They're
What?
no, there's a group, a gang called the Kia Boys
right.
that was going around and stealing Kias, breaking in and stealing the Kias.
Well,
'Cause they-
kids are good looking these days. They
there's
have really,
something-
really stepped their game up. So I get it. We don't want them to do that, but I
No.
do get it.
Because they've just figured out a way that you can turn the Kia on without a key. And so they put it on TikTok, and the Kia boys will go out and steal these cars.
Yeah.
The TikTok, the Instagram, the internet is the devil.
And she says this as we're on the internet.
On the internet.
I'm sorry.
Kia
No, I
has
do not
announced
own a Kia.
a recall. They're recalling about 320,000 cars in the U.S. to fix a problem that could prevent the trunk from being opened from the inside. That doesn't make sense because you have an ability to open the trunk in the event somebody is stuck in the trunk. I don't understand. The recall covers the Optima midsize car from 2016 through 18, Optima hybrids and plug-ins from 2017 and 18, and the Rio small car from the 2016 and 2017 batch. Kia said documents posted by U.S. regulators that the trunk latch base can crack and may not open from the inside.
Oh,
The
that may
National
not.
Highway Traffic Safety Administration says a person inside the trunk could become trapped, and that is a danger. Dealers will replace parts of the trunk latch base, and owners will be notified by letters starting October 19th.
Because if you're like me and Jacqueline on YouTube that watch that ATL Homicide and Fatal Attraction, you need that inside latch to work because of all of the foolishness that goes on. So we need to be able to escape when we are inside vehicles. I'm just saying, it's a lot.
And if you're like me, who's looking for a new car, that's one of the first things that they show you on the car is here's the escape hatch or latch, rather,
Oh, is it
on
really?
the inside of the car.
I
Yeah.
did not know that was a selling. Okay, I didn't know
That's
Yeah.
that.
wild. That sucks because it's like at this point we're I don't know, we're just immune to being kidnapped. Like, am I making sense? Like, that's a selling point, and this is something that you gotta have. Like,
This
this
is
means the
something you
danger
should
is
know.
around the
Well,
corner.
you should know where it is. It's sort of like somebody was talking about the fire extinguisher the other day. You should know where your fire extinguisher is.
You should
Right.
know where the escape is in case you get thrown in the back of a trunk.
Yep. Yep. In
Hey,
case,
Black,
in
you don't
case,
watch Homicide ATL. It
That
happened.
is scary because I am scared. I'm a scaredy cat. Okay. I don't even want to put my business out there like that. I do not need anything creeping up in my mind dealing with these folks out here. So yes,
Right.
I try not to, indulge in
But
all
that's
that. Even
healthy.
though I'm aware, right? I am
Good
aware.
for you.
However,
but I
doing it.
also, and I will say this again, I also want to do a show about how to respond in times of crisis.
Yeah.
That'll
And
be
what,
good.
what brought this to mind, Aprilette, was the shooting on the campus of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill this week. And there were young people, students, who were climbing out of the window of
Mm,
the classroom building, and it wasn't on the first floor. This was up some
mm.
stories. And how do you respond when someone is on campus or in a building that you are, and with a gun? And
So
what is that? What is your, kids have the drills. Adults, as a rule, we may get a video or something, but do we really remember? How do you respond if
mhm,
the plane is going down? How do you
mm.
respond if someone pushes you in the back of your car, in your trunk? And how do you find that latch?
Yeah, no, this
All
is
of these things we need to be prepared for.
that is
I don't want to encourage violence. I don't want to encourage this, but I want us to be aware.
We should
aware
work
and
on that,
prepared.
Sybil. Noted.
No, I think that's a great idea because the only thing I remember is stop, drop, and roll.
Right. Yeah.
And
For
like
fire. Yeah.
honestly, that's the only thing I remember. Stop, drop, and roll, or get underneath when it comes to a tornado, like get under something.
And we don't even talk about that, Aprilette. We
We
don't
don't.
talk about, if there is a tornado, and there are tornadoes, springing up everywhere these days. It's not just hurricanes, and it's not just tornadoes in the Midwest. Where do you go for
Mhm.
safety?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Let's talk about something on a brighter note. She is the queen. Queen Bee is now Mayor B, Beyonce, named honorary mayor of Santa Clara, California. The musician was also given a key to the city when she brought her Renaissance tour to the city's Levi Stadium this week. During her concert, she paused to express her appreciation for the honor. She said, "I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be on stage. Y'all's faces are all so beautiful. And today's special because today I am the mayor." And she told the fans there that, this is, I have such gratitude in my heart for this. And I thank you all for the city for this honor and for you all being here. And to know that after 25 years, I'm still able to do what I love. And it's because of your loyalty and because of your prayers. I'm so grateful for y'all. Really nice. I appreciate that.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Go
Yes.
ahead.
And I chose that because of your jewel.
Oh, what's the jewel?
Yogi.
Thank you, Aprilette. She makes it hard. She really makes it hard. All that joy and light. And now it's like,
Well,
that's
no,
for you.
no. Hold on for a second. I am an equal opportunity person. And some stuff that might not be that serious, I take serious. And I think the mayor is a really serious job. And so
It's
to
an
make,
honorary. She's
I
not going to be
know, but
passing any
still,
laws.
because she's a celebrity, the local hero that saves something for somebody, do they get that opportunity?
They do that oftentimes.
Oh, do
Yeah.
they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cities have been known to
All
do
right.
that.
Well, don't shut me down because I know it's a lot of this going on.
I love Queen Bee. I'm
Yeah.
going to see her tomorrow at home in LA. Good for you. And send
Yeah.
us pictures of you and your silver. Okay.
Sorry.
Um, Beyonce's gratitude brings us to today's yogi's jewel. Life is a series of choices. Let's choose to show gratitude to God for the many blessings in our lives. That's exactly what she did.
Nice. I received that. Thank you.
And we should. And I'm very grateful to you all for joining us today. Aprilette, I hope you feel better. I'm very grateful that you are joining us. And Yolanda, I'm grateful for you for so many different things. I appreciate you both.
Thank
and we'll
you,
see
Sybil.
you all again soon.
And
Have
April, for you to have a headache, you look
amazing.
beautiful. You should do that more often. Thank you, Sybil.
Bye, everybody.